I am not afraid to vote for Kamala Harris because she is a woman. I refuse to vote for Kamala Harris because she has spent the last 4 years destroying this country. She has spent the last 4 years throwing up the borders to illegal immigrants. She has spent the last 4 years destroying this economy. We have seen over the past couple of months that she is not fit to be president. She can barely speak. She can't articulate a vision. And actually, she's pretty stupid. And if you think that I, as a black man, am going to let that waltz into the White House, that is going to get my vote because you're lecturing me and you're bullying me, and you may be the surrogate black dad for a lot of fatherless black boys that are running around this country, but I got a dad, I know who he is, and it ain't you.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. We've got some black men responding to Barack Hussein Obama. Remember just a few hours ago, a day or so ago, that Barack entertained a few black men in this small event, and he's basically chastising them. Yeah, it's like they were being called into the principal's office. But black men have lots to say to Barack Obama. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it.
Yo, so I'm CJ Pearson, one of the young black men that President Obama yesterday tried to lecture into supporting Kamala Harris just because she, quote, looks like me. Now, guys, I don't know about y'all, but I think that my ancestors fought far too hard for my right to vote in this country for me to support someone just because they look like me. Especially when that person who looks like me doesn't give a damn about me. Kamala Harris, for her entire political career, hasn't done a single thing for black people, black men, or anyone, actually, for that matter. She failed to secure the border. She hasn't created a single job. She is actually probably uniquely terrible at her job. Barack Obama, another person who didn't do a damn thing for black people when he was president, believes that black men should set aside our disagreements, set aside our grievances, and just take one for the team. Barack, we've been taking one for the team when it comes to supporting the Democratic Party for decades. And what do we have to show for it? Our inner cities are destroyed. Violent crime is up. We are living in poverty in too many communities across this country. That is the reality of progressive policies in this country and all across America. So no, Barack, I'm not going to support Kamala Harris because you said that is my duty as a young black man. No, I'm going to support Donald Trump, the president who actually delivered for black people, brought about the lowest black unemployment rate in our nation's history, the president who actually gave a damn about our community. That's not rocket science, Barack. It's common sense.
You just got to love it when people just wake up. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, it's like heaven. People waking up, just not allowing themselves to be pandered to. And this is one of the men that was actually in the room when Barack was giving his lecture. Not just someone who's giving their opinion who wasn't there. This man was actually there. And let's hear from some other black men. Let's go, brothers.
Sorry, Obama, I'm a black man and I'm voting for Donald Trump for president, and there is no amount of lecturing or bullying or shaming that you can do that is going to make me change that decision. I am not afraid to vote for Kamala Harris because she is a woman. I refuse to vote for Kamala Harris because she has spent the last 4 years destroying this country. She has spent the last 4 years throwing up the borders to illegal immigrants. She has spent the last 4 years destroying this economy. We have seen over the past couple of months that she is not fit to be president. She can barely speak. She can't articulate a vision. And actually, she's pretty stupid. And if you think that I, as a black man, am going to let that waltz into the White House, that is going to get my vote because you're lecturing me and you're bullying me, and you may be the surrogate black dad for a lot of fatherless black boys that are running around this country, but I got a dad, I know who he is, and it ain't you. I'm voting for Donald Trump for president. Take it or leave it. Sorry, Obama.
Boom. What them demon rats gonna do now? You know they love to do stuff. You know they love to deal. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. These men are not having it. He said, you may be the surrogate black father for a lot of young black men who don't have fathers, but he said, I got a father and you're not it. Sorry, Obama. Donald Trump, 2024. Take that. Yeah. He was going to come in there and talk to those men like that and tell them, you just do this because he basically said you're misogynistic because you don't want to vote for her because she's a woman. I did a video on it. And the man in the room really was like insulted. See, Democrats always talk down to the voters, and people are sick and tired of it. We're just going to take one for the team. We've been voting Democrat for more than 60 years, and we're sick and tired of it. It's not happening again. It's not happening with me, and they're just going to have to deal with it. They suck. Kamala Harris is uniquely not qualified for the position that she's already in. She locked up black men left and right when she was in California, and some of those men were innocent. I don't know if you guys realize it. And she had the evidence that could have exonerated them, hid the evidence, knew about the evidence, and people in California are ticked off at her to this moment. It will be a shocker of shockers if Donald Trump won California because of how Kamala Harris messed it up. Because Nick Shirley's did like an on the street interview with people in San Francisco. I only saw a little bit of it, but he was like, 3 out of 3 just said Donald Trump. And then one guy said Kamala Harris. He was going along with the media BS about Donald Trump being a threat to democracy. And then the next person, Donald Trump, had a Trump flag, a Trump stand, and everything. So at the very beginning of that video, I haven't seen it all the way through. Those people are in San Francisco, and they said Trump. Trump, Trump, Trump. So people from California are not liking her. One man said, we don't like her. We don't like her. Trump, we don't like her. Wow, girl. You mean to tell me you about to lose California? I don't think California was born. The last time it was born, Ronald Reagan was president. Ronald Reagan became president. She's probably going to lose California. I know that's a shocker of shockers right now, but a lot of people in California, they don't like their Democrat governor, Gavin Newsom. I'm sorry, y'all. Gavin Newsom, and then her for what she did to black men. Black men, don't you forget that. Don't you let anybody tell you what to do. If you decide you wanted to vote for Kamala, that's cool. You got sense enough to know what you want to do. I respect anybody and everybody's decision. But for Barack to step up in there and talk down to you like that, which is what Democrats typically do. I mean, you saw what they did at the Kamala Harris rally right in Atlanta. Megan Thee Stallion twerking. That's insulting. And we need to let them know at the ballot box how insulting they've been. Check out another clip.
Hello, America, and hello, Georgia. I'm Vernon Jones, the state representative from the great state of Georgia. And I'm out doing my normal morning jog. By the way, it's a great day to be in Georgia. It's a beautiful fall day. But anyhow, I just had to pause for the cause. I, like many of you, observed and listened and watched Barack Obama last night as he addressed black men. But as a black man, he did everything but address us. What he did, he berated black men, he rebuked black men, he even scolded black men, primarily because we will not fall in line and vote for Madam Lock-Up-Her Brother, Kamala Harris, because that's her record. As if black men are too stupid that we can't vote our self-interest, what's best for us, our pocketbook, our family. As if we've been immune to the past 3.5 years, as if we don't know that gas prices have been higher under Kamala Harris, food prices higher under Kamala Harris, interest rates on home mortgages higher under Kamala Harris, and runaway borders under Kamala Harris. But you know what? That's what the liberal white Democratic Party did. They dispatched Barack Obama out there to whip black men back on the plantation to vote Democrat. And you know, President Obama, he meant a lot to black people, but he didn't do anything for black people. And for him to want to come down from his mansion in Martha's Vineyard and tell black men how we should vote, really? You don't even live in Chicago anymore. You left your black community, Barack Obama, and you want to tell us how to vote? We're not having that. And we're not voting for Kamala Harris.
And that was Vernon Jones, former state representative from the great state of Georgia. That's my state. And I also want to say about Vernon Jones, he was a Democrat. That's right. He was a Democrat. And now he has turned Trump Republican. That's right. He sees the light. He saw something. He was like, wait just a doggone minute. And I looked him up a little bit. Now he's facing some legal issues. I just glanced at it a little bit. He's been ordered to pay something. But in any event, he's a former Democrat turned Trump Republican. I know you mad, Barack Obama, but it's not anything you could do. It's the Democrats' fault. how they've treated Black people over these years. If you look at the history of the Democrat Party and even how it got started, and you look at the recent Democrat politicians from Joe Biden, you look at Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, just look at those two right there, the ones in office right now. And look at Barack Obama. Look at him. Look at what they did for Black people. You see these men right here saying they ain't done anything for us. And the Democrats, and just like that man said, the white liberal Democrat politician puts up a black face, a so-called black face. Really, they're mixed race. But anyway, Kamala, she's pretty much not black at all. But anyway, they put up a person of color and say, you vote for them. You get your ass back on this Democrat plantation, you uppity N-word. That's what they want to say. You see how they treated Eric Adams. They were letting that man get away with everything, doing all kind of criminal stuff, as long as he stayed in line. But as soon as he said something just with words against Biden and Harris, now they're coming after him with lawfare. They came after Tulsi Gabbard, put her on some secret terrorist watch list. They came after RFK, and you know they've come after hard. They've come after Donald Trump really hard. This is who this party is. And they say Donald Trump is a threat, an existential threat. Really? Are they projecting? Are they the real threat? You guys better study up on some things. You better study up on this so-called communism thing and see if you see any similarities. I didn't say they were communists. It's allegedly. I didn't say anything about that, but you guys need to study up and see if you see any similarities. That's what I'm saying. And once you study and you look at their presidencies and what they've been doing and how they use the media, yeah, and how they stoke division, yes, that's what's up. These black men are not having it. They're voting Donald J. Trump and they don't care who like it, even Barack Obama. You're not going to sucker people and talk down to them and lecture them like they're 5 years old and tell them they better get in line and vote for Kamala Harris, and voting for Donald Trump is unacceptable. He didn't even reach them. He talked at them, not to them. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America. And as I always say, march on, warriors.